They called him Prisoner 1173, one number among thousands in the Dominion's deep space penal colony on Zythera 9. The place wasn't built for redemption. It was built for oblivion, a frozen world of steel and stone, where the air smelled of rust and the stars never rose. The guards didn't speak names. The inmates didn't dream. And in the deepest pit beneath the main compound, behind layers of reinforced cages, slept something worse than death itself. They called it the Beast of Zythera. No one had ever seen it and lived, except, one night, a human did. When the alarms blared across the barracks, 1173 was halfway through his tasteless ration cube. A guard's baton slammed against his back. "You, meatbag! You're on disposal duty." He was thrown into the service tunnel with a dented cart full of waste food. The air was thick, hot, and heavy with the smell of decay. Ahead, massive blast doors loomed. The red hazard symbol on them pulsed slowly, like a heartbeat. "Through there!" barked the guard. "Toss the waste into the pit and don't look down. Do it fast, or you'll join it." Then the door sealed behind him. He was alone. The tunnel narrowed into a grated walkway suspended over darkness. The hum of containment fields vibrated through the metal. Somewhere below, something moved. He felt it before he saw it. A pressure in his bones, like standing too close to thunder. The shadows rippled. Two eyes opened, blue and cold as dying stars. He froze. The cart rattled behind him. The creature was vast. Its body shimmered like liquid armor, its limbs bent wrong, its mouth full of mirrored teeth. But it didn't lunge, it just watched. 73 took a breath. "You hungry?" he muttered, more to himself than the beast. He tossed a ration cube into the pit. It bounced once, twice, and vanished as a great tongue of shadow darted out, snatching it mid-air. The beast let out a low rumble. Not a roar, a purr. 1173 blinked. "Huh, guess you don't hate me yet." He dropped another. Then another. The creature caught each one, slower this time, deliberate. Its eyes narrowed, not in threat, but curiosity. When the cart was empty, 1173 turned to leave. But something stopped him. Maybe it was the silence. Maybe it was the way those eyes followed him, not like prey, but like something else. He reached into his pocket, pulled out the half of his own ration cube and threw it. The beast caught it, held it, then lowered its head. For a moment, man and monster simply stared at each other across the gulf. And then 1173 did something no sane person would do. He spoke. "See you tomorrow, big guy." He came back the next night. And the next. He wasn't supposed to. No one returned from feeding duty voluntarily. But 1173 found ways. Bribes, favors, trading stolen credits. Each visit, he brought extra food. Sometimes it was just leftovers. Sometimes pieces of his own meal. The guards laughed behind their visors. "He's feeding his death," they said. But the beast didn't kill him. It waited. It learned. Over time, 1173 began to notice things. The way it tilted its head when he spoke. How it responded to tone, not words. Once when he tripped and fell, it growled, a sound that made the tunnel shake. But the containment field flickered and the beast backed away, whining softly. It cared. One night, 1173 risked everything. He climbed down from the platform. The containment field shimmered around him, and for a heartbeat, he thought it would disintegrate him on the spot. It didn't. The field flickered again, like it was choosing not to kill him. He stood before the creature for the first time. It towered above him, muscles rippling like liquid metal. He held out a piece of bread. "Easy," he whispered. "No tricks." The beast lowered its head. Slowly, gently. Its breath washed over him, warm and strange, like ozone and rain. Then it took the bread from his hand. Laughed, shaking. "Guess that makes us friends." The beast blinked, then nudged him with its massive snout. He nearly fell over, and from deep in its throat came a sound that could almost be mistaken for a chuckle. Weeks turned into months. The guards began to notice. Whenever 1173 entered the pit, The sensors showed a drop in the creature's aggression. Its heart rate lowered. Its energy stabilized. "Maybe he's drugging it," one officer said. "No," said another. "He's taming it." They didn't like that idea, so they tested it. The guards ordered another prisoner, a brute named Calyx, to replace 1173 on feeding duty. Calyx was twice his size and half as kind. When he entered the pit, the beast stirred, confused. Calyx laughed and kicked the food down the chute. "Eat up, monster," he sneered. The next second, the sensors spiked. The beast moved faster than the cameras could track. The guards didn't even have time to scream before the pit turned red. Ch arrived moments later, summoned by the alarm. When he entered, the beast stood trembling, covered in blood. But its eyes turned soft the moment they found him. He raised a hand. "It's okay," he said quietly. "I'm here." The creature lowered itself to the ground like a guilty dog. That was the moment the guards saw it, on the security feed. The impossible. The beast of Zithara bowed to a human. After that, the Dominion scientists took notice. They came with scanners, drones, questions. 1173 ignored them all. He didn't care about their data. He cared about the bond. He called the beast Orin. He didn't know what the name meant, just that it felt right. And every night Orin greeted him the same way. A low hum, a slow bow, and eyes that no longer looked hungry, but alive. He learned its language, not with words, but gestures, tone, rhythm. He could calm it with a whisper, command it with a glance. One night, when the guards tried to chain him for security purposes, Orin roared so loudly the entire compound shook. That was the night the power failed, and the cages opened. The alarms blared, lights flickered, and chaos swallowed the prison. The inmates rioted, guards fled, systems collapsed. In the center of it all, 1173 stood before Orin's open chamber. "You can go," he said. "You're free." But the beast only rumbled low and stepped closer, lowering its massive head until its forehead touched his chest. He understood. "You're staying with me," he whispered. The two of them walked out of the burning prison together, man and monster, side by side. No one dared stop them. Months later, across the Outer Rim, stories spread of a human who rode a shadow beast through the wastelands, freeing prisoners, destroying Dominion outposts. They called him the Alpha of Zithara. When they said his name, even soldiers hesitated. Some claimed he had turned the beast into his weapon. Others said it was no weapon at all, but a partner. And somewhere, beneath the twin moons, 1173 would sit beside the great creature and toss it food from the fire, laughing softly as it caught each piece with careful precision. "You know," he said once, smiling, "they think I tamed you." Orin tilted its great head, eyes gleaming like stars, and rumbled deep in its chest, a sound that almost sounded like amusement. "No," it seemed to say, "you just fed me." And so the human prisoner who fed the beast his food became its alpha, not by strength or fear or power, but by kindness, the kind of strength the galaxy had long forgotten.